Hello, this is Phoenix with another Rise of the Witch King commentary, formerly known as Blue Knight. To those of you who were following my channel for a while, I did change my name. This should be a very interesting game. This is not from the tournament. This is actually just for fun game uploaded on game replays in our replay section. It's a 2 versus 2 with some really strong players. In the top right, we have MauHuR, a Rise of the Witch King expert, as men. On the left, we have Glaurung as dwarves. And if we go to the bottom left, we have another dwarven player. We have Sania, who is setting himself up here for his forward mine network. And in the bottom right, we have Asba as goblins. Now, it's probably top versus bottom. Yes, it is. You can see by the way that's faded at the top there. When I switch to Sania's view, who went for a rallying call, of course. MauHuR went for rallying call as well. Glaurung rallying call, no surprises so far. And Warchant for goblins. So all players are positioned to increase the strength of their units whenever they find a good opportunity to do so. And we can see here MauHuR actually positioned his barracks to kind of block his farm a little bit. Any enemy that goes after it's going to have to go around it a bit and come within range of that fortress. And this farm is actually right beside this building here. Again, being safely protected on this side. This is always nice building placement. It's these little details that actually really help. And goblins are moving left here. We actually have a mine over here. This is a forward mine from Glaurung, but it was immediately spotted. And we have a builder. What was he doing with that builder? Why was the builder all the way down here? That was just strange. It was obviously a mistake there. You do not bring the builder that close to your opponent's base. But he did get him out of there. And this mineshaft will go down. Are we going to see a new one somewhere up here? I don't see one right now. The goblins managed to hit level 2, but they're almost dead here. And again, we have interesting placement by Sania. It's hard to attack this from the back. Nobody went for the outpost yet, or maybe we will see somebody now with Asba taking this outpost. So far going unnoticed by everybody else. When we have a fight here, both players used rallying call. MauHuR versus Sania. These guardians are of course a lot stronger, but they're being outnumbered here and flanked. And again, another forward mine shaft that is about to go down. This builder might be... Actually, no, he's not. He's fine. For some reason, I thought these were enemy units too, like on the same side of goblins. I don't know why I thought that. And already we have a new mine shaft replacing that one. Because these goblins are not going to have the firepower now to actually take it out. There's Gollum just running off. Lots of goblins here. These soldiers are completely outnumbered. And the goblins are buffed as well. Goblin units are so weak, they might as well be in aggressive stance when they fight other melee units. MauHuR here holding off his opponents so far, but there are a lot of goblins. And we're seeing a stables being built, which might cause a lot of trouble for goblins. Because right now they're really relying on, well, I guess not for long, they're relying on these caves, but they're already going for a spider pit. So they're positioning themselves well to deal with cavalry. And again, we have a forward mine by Glaurung, which is just going to go down immediately. And this one's going down as well. The outpost was actually taken by Glaurung, but it's been destroyed. And up here, we just see the two players fighting. We actually have a forward mine from Sania and a statue. He's really trying to hold this area right beside the base. But I don't really see how he could hold it for too long. Actually, where is Glaurung going with those units? Because it looks like he's just letting his opponent cause some damage here. It's really important to take that out as quickly as possible. And is he going to build another one? He might build another mine shaft somewhere. Goblins is actually attacking him too. The bottom team is sensing weakness here in Glaurung after taking out so many of his forward mines. And he's forced to defend here. MauHuR coming to his help. He's going after this forward mine. And this is, of course, what you need to do in the situation where your ally is getting doubled. You either help him or you attack one of the players. But if you attack one of the players, you have to take into consideration that your ally might take a really heavy beating. And MauHuR here determined that it's actually better to help his ally than try to play a 2v1 if his ally actually gets smashed to bits. I mean, really, Glaurung wouldn't have been destroyed in this attack anyway, but it's really not. I mean, if he lost a whole bunch of mine shafts, it would take a little bit to recover from that. And if the enemy players just kept sending units, it would be a big problem. We have really fast Rohirrim here, and they're ready to take out all these goblins. Goblins moving in large packs. This should make it more difficult to trample them. But Spider Riders are on their way as well, and there are 2 of them. And they're going to attack probably the pikemen here. If they trample the pikemen, then, or if they shoot the pikemen, they can just trample the rest. But it looks like, well, there isn't really much left to really trample. Just, well, half a unit of Gondor soldiers, and they're getting killed pretty easily. Rohirrim trying to run away, but they really got stuck there. But they get safely to the well. New unit of Rohirrim can easily trample these goblins before they do any damage. Meanwhile, the Spider Riders are trying to stop an attack from Glaurung here, who has Brand on the field. Hasn't gained any experience yet, but he's spotted one of Sania's builders who is in trouble here. So he's going to just retreat for a bit. The Spider Riders are actually moving after Brand, it seems. And Brand might just get caught out in the open here. Where are they going? It looks like they changed their minds. They just left. They just left Brand. Decided to trample these Gondor soldiers. Instead, now Rohirrim are pursuing them. And Brand is coming as well. He still hasn't gained any experience, hasn't killed any units yet. Once he hits level 2, he's going to be really annoying for the enemy team. And now Brand is moving back. We have a big dwarven attack here. This can actually do a lot of damage, especially if he has Rallying Call. Let's check if he does. It's almost charged, but not quite. He does have heal, but that's not necessarily that useful in this situation. And it looks like he's trying to decide where to attack. Glaurung decided to give up on that hearth. It was just going to go down anyway. Still waiting. And Brand there really having to retreat. And Rallying Call is used. But for now, they're just going to attack the edges of this base. There are more than enough units here, though, to kill these guys. But of course, Glaurung is probably producing as many units as he can at this point. And his opponent actually has an advantage because he has this archery range. And all those forward mines that Glaurung lost, all those resources, that may have resulted in him not being as far ahead as his opponent. And it doesn't look like MauHuR is going to be the target of this assault after all. And MauHuR already has tower guards. Or, of course, much better pikemen than those Rohan spearmen. They'll tank damage much better against those Spider Riders in their bow mode. And there are a lot of Spider Riders on the field right now. Meanwhile, it looks like this whole Dwarven army was surrounded. Bran showed up, used Slam Shot, killed a whole bunch of them, and now they're going to go down. So that didn't ultimately do a whole lot of damage. Now let's take a look. Okay, this cave troll lair is actually down. We're going to see the signal fire being taken potentially. Yeah, that whole attack was stopped. That looked like a little S on the mini-map for a second. That looked kind of weird. Lots of goblins, lots of spider riders. A beacon was placed by Glaurung. I wonder why. There are only a couple of goblins here. They're not going to do a lot. These spider riders are actually going straight left. Okay, for a second I thought they were going all the way there. That would have been weird. They are going to attack Glaurung's base. And he deletes his mine shaft to save resources. And as it stands, the top team has had to defend for a while now. But there are a lot of Rohirrim on the field now. They might make a big difference. At least 3 units by the looks of it. Maybe 4? I think it's 3. Half-trolls show up to try to cause problems, but they retreat safely. And 2 Brands. Brand versus Brand, but this Brand is higher level. And this Brand is going to have to get out of here. And these Rohirrim might actually be a problem. He's getting a lot of experience, though, from killing Rohirrim. Again, we have a forward mine here. MauHuR was actually making progress. It looks like both players were actually attacking goblins here. But MauHuR might have to... MauHuR and his ally might have to deal with this forward mine soon. Theoden's on the field, level 1. If he hits level 6, he's certainly going to be a huge asset. And it looks like MauHuR is just going to attack Sania here. Sometimes offense is the best defense. And it actually looks like he's retreating his units back to his mine shaft to potentially try to do something about this. And yeah, it looks like they came out over here. This builder, in massive trouble, starts building a wall hub to save himself. MauHuR is attacking goblins, but these spider riders are doing a pretty good job dealing with these units. And there aren't a lot of tower guards left, and the spider riders can just shoot them from a distance. There's certainly lots of spider riders here who can do that. And we can see here 2 hearts were set up by Sania, because of course goblins can't actually build those. And somebody leveled up, some hero somewhere. And where was it? I'm slightly confused now. That looked like a hero level up. They're attacking the Rohirrim from a distance here, just doing hit and run attacks. They can't really afford to fight them at close range with that leadership bonus. Maybe it was Azog. He was on the field, he's level 4. But at this point, it's the South team that's playing defense against all these Rohirrim. Half-trolls tried to do some damage here. You have a worm summon. I just luckily caught that. And this stables is actually going to go down. It's there's just no way to counter this worm right now. And it does a huge amount of damage, as you can see. In a single strike, it takes out almost half the health of a stables, and that's it. Level 2 stables is down. MauHuR cannot build any more cavalry units. Every unit he loses now, it's going to be gone for, well, not for good, but until he rebuilds the stables and gets to level 2 anyway. And right now he's going for another barracks. He's not currently building a stables. Meanwhile, on the left, again, Sania with a massive army, easily overpowering his opponent, but Glaurung actually used Undermine at some point. And we actually have... Really? Gimli? Why Gimli? He costs 3,000 resources, and now Glaurung has he has way fewer units than his opponent because of the fact that he saved up for a very expensive hero. I do not see the logic in that. I do notice that some players just like spamming heroes for the sake of, I don't know, spamming heroes, but it doesn't actually make a lot of sense. Because when you do that, you don't really have an army to do stuff. In any case, it worked out this time. MauHuR showed up, did a huge amount of damage, summoned Bombadil, and obliterated that army. It does feel like it's really MauHuR who is saving his ally a few times here. And just taking a look at the Goblin base, again, we have the stupid bug with the fortress. I can't actually click it directly. I have to drag around it. And that works. MauHuR we're trying to expand, but that farm's not really going to last. And he's still running around Bombadil. And now both players are going to push forward here. Things are not looking too good for the South team. We have Brandon, we have Dane on the field. And is that Drogoth? Yes, Drogoth is on the field. He was just summoned. And yeah, he's going to make a big difference here. Again, we're looking at a situation where the player saved up for a really expensive hero, but in this case, there just aren't a lot of archers on the field to stop Drogoth. And that's really the chance that he needs to repel all these attackers. I mean, none of these units here are really in a position to stop Drogoth. But it looks like, where is he actually going? Okay, he's heading back. He actually did take a lot of damage. Did we see perhaps, what level is he? Oh, yes, he used his Beast Slayer arrow. He actually hit level 8. Well, that will do a lot of damage to Drogoth. He's forced to retreat to heal. But he can still attack these units. And look at that. So that was actually a really good investment, saving up for Drogoth. But he still needs to rebuild his army here. Because MauHuR will come with a lot of units, I'm sure. Look at that, level 5 Rohirrim. 2 level 5 units. Very well managed. He has not lost them yet. And now Drogoth can finally heal. But only for a really short time. Actually, he's going to just attack this farm instead, and maybe this builder. And oh, we have Eowyn on the field, which I'm sure will prove interesting. I wonder how much damage her spear throw actually does against Drogoth. I know it does a lot against felled beasts. I should check the scalars at some point. But I bet it's pretty good. She's just good against flying units in general. Of course, the downside is her spear throw is level 2. Which is called Smite for some reason, but whatever. Drogoth did heal a bit. And, uh-oh. It looks like he's gonna head around this base and take out some mine shafts. Perhaps, or not, okay. The problem is he would come really close to the fortress, which has a tower now. And they could do quite a bit of damage pretty quickly. So we're looking at all 3 of these cavalry heroes. I mean, okay, Faramir also technically is a cavalry hero. Once he hits level... Which level was it? Level 3, I think? Level 3. And yeah, we're just seeing a lot of heroes here. And there you go. That did a lot of damage, those spear throws. We have a Hobbit summon as well. Boromir uses his Horn of Gondor. And I just heard Gimli's leap. And did he just die? It sounded like Boromir's death. Somewhere. And now it's basically the top team controlling the center, but Sania is sending some dwarves and his heroes, and he's going to push north. Drogoth is back, and we're going to see another spear throw. Let's see how much damage it does. That was not very impressive. Totally not worth getting AO in for that. Come on. That didn't even do that much damage. You might as well have a ranger unit or something. I mean, I know it's the rangers can't ride horses, but still. I mean, that spear throw, you only get to use it once in any battle, really. And so much for that. Glorious charge. And that happens. They do actually tank it pretty well, though. But they are kind of messed up for a while. They're suffering from fear, but it actually, yeah, it's actually working out pretty well. And we have a Balrog summon. So, yeah, they're still gonna die. Good Balrog summon there. But now the Balrog should really attack the enemy base. Let's follow its progress. Okay, it only went... okay, it's gonna head all the way there and do whatever damage it can. Now MauHuR is forced to retreat. And Sania is gonna attack him at the same time. Glaurung is actually controlling this. He's gonna take that signal fire. And let's see what damage is done here. These buildings are in trouble. And we see the fire breath. And there goes one barracks, and the other barracks is going to go down momentarily. Almost down. And that's it. No more unit production buildings for MauHuR right now. And which way is he going? He's going to take out that level 3 farm with the whip. And there it goes. Good idea to take that out. There's another level 3 farm here if he sees it. Yeah, it looks like he's going to go after it. Whip is still not quite charged, but it's almost charged. And one more hit. And there we go. The Balrog's going to go down. And that's it. And I don't know why Drogoth is attacking the fortress right now. Oh, I see. He was sending Spider Riders. Okay. Drogoth was only part of the attack. He's going to have to retreat here. His health is getting a bit low. And these Spider Riders are going to try to destroy this fortress. They're not doing a whole lot of damage, but slowly they'll weaken it. And MauHuR is just retreating with everything he has by the looks of it. Azog's actually on the field right here, level 7, with his great battle rage. Let's just take a look at powers for a second. So Sania actually rallying call, heal, summon hobbits, barrage. MauHuR has all 3 5-point powers. Arrow volley, Tom Bombadil, summon Rohirrim. We've seen, of course, many of these powers already used. I guess it was Glaurung could just use Cloud Break, and he has rallying call, heal, rebuilds all 3 5-point powers. Undermine and, yes, Cloud Break. And Asba had War Chant, Tainted Land, Scavenger, Awaken Worm, and the Balrog. And this worm is now on the field. And MauHuR's base is just really screwed right now. He needs to survive long enough to rebuild it. And it looks like his opponents are busy dealing with other issues right now. MauHuR's actually attacking with his heroes. I'm not sure why Theoden's on foot right now. It's not going to do him any favors. Gimli's actually almost dead. Really low on health here. And he's getting really close to these axe throwers. I'm not sure that's a good idea. But he can run really fast with that ability. And yeah, he should have retreated way sooner. He should not have lost Gimli there. And there's Brant, and he's gonna use his Beast Slayer. And there you go, that's a lot of damage. Drogoth actually went in defensive stance to try to tank that. And again, they're all on foot here because there are no cavalry left for MauHuR to actually use. And how is his economy? Doesn't have a lot of resources, but I don't see him really building anything. I mean, he's building farms, but I don't actually see any... Okay, now he's building an archery range. We're finally going to see some archers from the Men of the West player. And Boromir's Horn, again, proves to be a real liability. But there are way more goblins here than there are Men of the West units. But they are heroes. And heroes are tough to kill. We actually have a Wildman summon. And that's going to pose a problem. And now we have a Hobbit summon. MauHuR actually summoned some Hobbits to try to stop these guys. And one Goblin unit moving forward to try to take out some farms. Still waiting to see some archers being built. Frodo uses his File of Galadriel, which everyone should use when they summon hobbits, if there are any enemy units around. And Drogoth shows up again to cause a problem. I don't think he's actually died this game, because neither of his opponents were really in a position to counter them. And again, I'm not really sure it was worth getting AO in, because she doesn't really do much. Yeah, she's a tank, but that on its own does not mean a lot. I mean, Gimli is a tank, but he's also very useful in other ways. And now Drogoth is harassing this base. And that builder is just standing there. Maybe he's stuck or something. That sometimes happens. Or MauHuR forgot about him, but either way, that is not good. And he did start moving, but did not get away. And these heroes just managing to hold out and do quite a lot of damage. I'm not sure why nobody... Oh, what was that? Oh, we saw Fire Drake Inferno ability here. And I don't get why there wasn't a big attempt to kind of attack MauHuR. We just see a bunch of really small ones. I mean, if MauHuR is taken out of the game, it'll mean pretty much certain victory for the southern team. This builder also really close to death. The other one already was killed. And now we see an attack. And this cave troll proving to be annoying. I guess he wasn't taken out yet. What we really need to see are cave trolls or mountain giants. Really, by this point, mountain giants. And I don't see any. That's not level 3. I mean, there just aren't a lot of goblins here. They're not going to take out that fortress. Oh, we have zealots. Or zealots. Is that the way you say it? Probably zealots. That makes a lot more sense. Zealots, okay. I don't know why I always pronounced it zealots for some reason. They're really low on health, though. They did take a beating, but they're really powerful. Now Sania is going to attack Glaurung. If he keeps him in mostly in his base here, it looks like he's actually retreating with his units. He's forced to. He has lots of... actually, these are summoned Men of Dale. They're not built Men of Dale. Although he probably does have his own as well. Right now, things are just looking really bad for the North team. Again, we have the spear throw, which does almost nothing. I mean, she only costs 1,400 resources for a spear throw, and oh yeah, she is a tank. And she has a disguise ability that doesn't even make her look like a Rohirrim. What a great hero, right? Yeah, I think we're going to change her in 5.0. For those of you who don't know, I'm actually one of the developers for 5.0. But yeah, Eowyn is something that needs to be discussed with people, I think. Figure out exactly how to make her better. We've been testing a few things out. But it's hard to really say where she would fit in because, and some people have rightly pointed out, if you just make her stronger, then it only encourages this idea of hero spamming as Men of the West. Which really should not be allowed to be a valid strategy. Normally you want to mix. I mean, right now I'm just seeing Men of the West heroes. Not that MauHuR can do anything. He needs to rebuild his buildings here, but they're actually doing really well. Glaurung tried to attack here, but yeah, he's going to have to retreat. We just see a lot of heroes from the northern players right now. He's got all 4 heroes on the field and barely anything else. He's got zealots.
It wasn't us. It wasn't us.
Gollum is dead. Someone might take the ring here. Again, we have a spear throw, which does almost no damage. Meanwhile, Eomer's spear throw is great, apparently, against Drakes. And the Drake goes down. And somebody needs to take the ring here. That's what this game is missing right now. Sauron or Galadriel. And yeah, he took the ring. This would be really funny if we see Galadriel in this game. Oh, undermine. Glaurung not going to let that ring get away if he can prevent it. But yeah, it looks like it's going to get away. And Rohirrim were actually summoned. Glorious Charge, you have a double attack here on Sania. Drogoth, however, is here. He can use his Wing Blast ability. That might be very useful. Oh, we have another Balrog summon though, and again, just like last time when a big attack was attempted, the Balrog shows up and bam! Wow, Gimli tanked that really well. Okay, note to self, don't use the Balrog's whip against Gimli. It's just a waste of the ability. And look at this. What is Drogoth going to do? He can use his fireball. He could use his Wing Blast to slow them down. Again, these spear throws. Only Eomer's is actually decent, but even that doesn't really do a lot of damage against Drogoth. And yeah, all these units are going to die. The heroes are already retreating. MauHuR knows it's a lost battle, and he's not going to lose his heroes if he can avoid it. Eowyn already retreated earlier, I guess, because of her health. And this whole game is turning into heroes and powers right now. Well, at least for the North team, who are managing to do very well considering how much damage they've had to deal with. Still waiting for more unit production buildings from MauHuR here. And all these heroes are just proving to be really useful. Now we have summoned Dunedain Rangers. I really do not understand why there are no mountain giants, why there are no siege weapons, why MauHuR's base was not attacked properly this whole time. I mean, these are basic strategic choices. If you've got your opponent cornered for a bit, then send some mountain giants, have a whole bunch of units. How is a hero spam working? How? This should not be working. Drogoth is forced to heal. There are a lot of powers available at just the right times here. And every time the northern team had to deal with the problem, they took care of it pretty easily. We have fire arrows on these men of Dale, who are now under attack. Taken by surprise there. And we have Bombadil on top of that. And they're all going to run away now. Still waiting for giants. I'm just saying. Giants. Siege weapons. It doesn't take a lot for giants to take out a fortress. It really doesn't. Although the problem is, MauHuR still has all his heroes on the field, and they can make short work of the giants. So obviously the giants need to be supported by some other units. Shelob here decided to stop and fight. She needs to retreat. And more spear throws. Barely gets away. And I don't even know what's happening in this game now. It feels like the southern team had a chance to end it, but they missed a chance, and now the northern players are doing a really good job rebuilding. And Boromir's horn. Oh yeah, we saw that coming. And they're all gonna go down. That's not a good situation. These tower guards are massively outnumbered. They're not going to stand a chance. Just one unit of tower guards here. Or literally one guy. Just by himself. And somehow the bottom team is really forced to defend. Gloin versus Gloin here, but this Gloin is outmatched. He's going to have to retreat. Undermine used. Summon Men of Dale. Cloudbreak. Proving very useful with the Summon Men of Dale at the same time. And the Watcher was summoned right when I switched away, apparently. Killed all those Men of Dale. Something is happening over here. I think that was a Spiderling summon. Okay, I thought it might have been something more interesting. It seemed weird to have a couple of units moving there. Another cloud break. This time, actually, who used it? They don't seem to be stunned. Dwarven Riches was actually purchased by Glaurung here. It's certainly going to help his economy. And look, he's expanded in quite a few places here. But now the southern players are going to push back. I really don't understand this strategy of relying on heroes because, honestly, I don't know. It's just, I mean, for a while it was necessary because he didn't have any other buildings, but now they're just wasting a lot of command points. I mean, all these cavalry heroes, they're not being used as cavalry heroes. They're wasting command points when you could, I don't know, build more units. Let's take a look at MauHuR's situation here. 450, right? How much of that is being used by heroes? A huge amount. So it's really what he's dependent on right now, just heroes. And very few other units. He can't build any other units. He has one ranger and one tower guard. That's it. Okay, I guess he has two rangers and two tower guards. I forgot about that one. Still. And it's actually, he was actually over the command point limit when he had that. And again, like at this point, Eomer is just not very useful. For example, Theoden, not really. He's okay. I guess I'd keep him around for leadership, but of course he needs enough units to actually give leadership to. In any case, this was a very enjoyable game. There were so many powers used at just the right times. And very effective use of heroes. Heroes were very well managed, too. Didn't really see them getting murdered. Oh, well. Ouch. That's going to be a problem. But heal was used at just the right time, so he's safe. That poison stinger is actually really nasty. Does a lot of damage. Zealots are actually attacking Boromir, but forced to kind of move back here. Rohirrim summon. Easily trampling all these guys, but Cloud Break was used to prevent them from doing any more damage. And now MauHuR has to deal with these units in his base, but there aren't a lot of them. What's going on down here? Let me guess, no mountain giants? Yeah, no mountain giants. All right. Did he just use rebuild on a level 1 farm? I'm not sure that was worth it. You never know when he's going to need it for his fortress or an important unit production building or something. I don't think he has any level 3 farms. Actually, he does. He has this level 3 farm. That would be good to use rebuild on if it's in trouble. And Asba noticed that he was telling his ally, I guess, to take the signal fire. This fortress really nicely upgraded. Boromir uses the horn again. This cave troll is still alive and still being a problem. Drogoth hits level 5. And at maximum health as well. Oh. Faramir was taking flanking damage for a second. He had to stop. He's going to move back to his forces where he's safer. Probably not a good idea to keep him in aggressive stance that whole time, though. And summoned Dunedain Rangers, summoned Hobbits. And there's just so much stuff happening right now. The builder got killed, apparently. Summoned Men of Dale. Now MauHuR is going southwest, it seems. The Goblin is going to show up to intercept him. Still level 1. What was that? Oh, summon Citadel. Wow. 25 point power. And right now, Sania's base in a bit of trouble here. That did quite a bit of damage. There's not enough power here to take out these buildings. And we see the barrage building kills all of these rangers. I'm not sure that was really necessary because they weren't really doing anything. They didn't have a lot of units to kill. And they were going to disappear on their own anyway. They were at half their timer. All the heroes again, and Boromir's horn once again being used. And that's why. Yep. Spend 10,000 resources on Galadriel instead of making sure you have enough units. I really doubt his economic situation was so fantastic that it justified getting Galadriel. But I guess now that she's out, she's going to be pretty useful. And the Summon Citadel goes down. And it looks like Dane summoned, he's used his Summon Royal Guard ability. That's going to be a problem, and we have Galadriel's Tornado actually heading this way. And all these units are going to have to run away. Gorkil's almost level 5. Almost, but he's low on health. Okay, get out of there, 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 get out of there. Don't fight them. And he dies. Well, at least he hit level 5. And it looks like Gimli in a bit of trouble there. How did he get... was that the Poison Stinger? Oh, and Shelob might die. Yep, she's dead. And I hear Balrog. Where? Where? Oh. Ah, I'm misclicking everywhere. Okay, well, he killed a lot of units. And once again, the Balrog is here. Whip time. We won't do a lot of damage against Gimli. And Gimli's using his Slayer ability. Uh-oh. Uses it on Dane this time. Obviously learned his lesson. Because Gimli's a tank. And look at him. He's completely wrecking this Balrog. Yeah, Balrog against Dwarven heroes. Not very effective, I guess. Galadriel's actually running down here to stop MauHuR, it seems. And that's it. The Balrog died. Well, that was unfortunate. Not even really much point trying to fight the Dwarven heroes with the Balrog, I guess. Oh, long shot or arrow volley, and it did have some casualties. See, like, here's one of my problems. If you have a player who's hero spamming, you don't, like, one of the things I was noticing from the Goblin player was there were still a bunch of Goblin warriors being used against basically MauHuR, who just mostly had heroes at that point. What are Goblin warriors going to do in that situation? Why get Goblin warriors? Like, it just seems like if you're going to get units, you don't go for Goblin warriors. You go for stronger half trolls or something. And wow, that dragon took a beating. It's going to attack this army, and ouch. Still, there are a lot of heroes, and it's going to get killed off right now. Worm summon, it's going to take out the archery range. Yeah, it's not going to last. We do have rebuild being used. Glaurung now attacking with a whole bunch of zealots. And yeah, the archery range is going to go down before the swarm. And that's it. And we have another Men of Dale summon. More units being killed. At this point, I'm concerned I'm going to miss a big power use here. That house was obliterated. Those poor hobbits that lived there. They did not want to deal with this. Well, I hope they have insurance. Where did Galadriel actually go? Oh, there she is. Okay, that was a stupid question. Since she has this aura around her, that makes it extremely obvious where she happens to be. And Drogoth. Fireball on Boromir. That was a weird way of saying Boromir. And more hero abilities used on Drogoth. Forced to retreat again. Galadriel's trying to chase them down, but decides against it. And this game is still ongoing. Seriously, lots and lots of heroes. At this point, almost mostly heroes, really. Aragorn getting some experience. I'm sure he'll prove very useful. Eomer's been level 10 for a bit, I think, in Eowyn. Because they've been fighting for so long. Oh! Boromir's in actually in a lot of trouble. But barely survives. Galadriel's Nature's Wrath ability, that's actually what it's called. I keep calling it Tornado Whirlwind, but really, it's Nature's Wrath. And it was used here. Do a bit of damage, probably killed something initially. Poor Dane just got thrown around. Oh, that's not good. Well, she is the Storm Queen, and she gets away with a scratch, really. After all that, summon Spiderlings again. And MauHuR really has not gone for any cavalry since he lost his stables. He's been doing just fine without them. What level is Aragorn going to reach, I wonder, in this game? He's already level 2 now. And Blade Master is a really nice ability. And he's, of course, yet another Men of the West hero with leadership. But it would be fun if he hits level 10, wouldn't it? It would take a long time. I'm just waiting for Gandalf right now because I expect we're going to see every hero. I mean, if you've gone for this many, you might as well complete the set, right? Oh, yep, there he is. I saw him flying. I'm like, oh, that's Wizard Blast, isn't it? Yep. Gandalf is on the field. I think we've seen every hero. Every Man of the West hero. We've seen every Dwarven hero. I know that. Have we seen every Goblin hero? I think that is the case as well, actually. Yeah, we've seen every hero. Every single hero. Lots and lots of heroes. Even Galadriel. And this whole game is just like hero versus hero at this point. Look at this. There are so many big dots on the map. And finally, oh, we have mountain giants. We have mountain giants. He actually got mountain giants finally. Oh. Well. Okay, we have a summoned citadel right beside the giants who are just going to attack it and do a lot of damage because they're siege weapons. And there's lots of upgraded half-trolls who also happen to do a lot of damage to buildings. Not sure what that accomplished. And it's done. However, more effectively, yeah, that Drake. That ability, seriously. And, oh, Gandalf, no! You can't die. No! Oh, come on. I want to see a word of power. That's what's missing in this game. A word of power. Come on. You never see words of power. Even in the legendary game against Sepp, there was no word of power. Oh, Faramir, he's in trouble too, and he's running away in aggressive stance, which means he'll take extra damage, not to mention the flanking bonus, because they're chasing him, but for some reason they actually couldn't hit him even though they were standing right beside him. The game is really weird sometimes, the way it determines attacks, and Faramir just does hit and run attacks now. He's just gonna kill them from a distance. Level 4. Sucks to lose that, but that's what it is. And Galadriel's back, but her Nature's Wrath is not quite charged. And it seems to take forever to charge. Look at that. That's painfully slow. Still, it's almost there. Just a little bit more. Come on, I want to see it again. Oh! Was that, Yep, that was the mighty catapult. Ouch. And they're all gonna run away. So let's see here. Theoden, level 10. Eowyn, level 10. Boromir, level 10. Faramir, level 10. Drogoth, level 6. Nice. I like that ability. Fireflight. It's really good. Sorry to ruin the party, says Drogoth before getting hit by a lot of arrows and forced to retreat. I think he's going to get away, though. He should be fine. Yeah. It's going to take him a while to heal that off, though. 4 mountain giants. Now we're seeing lots of mountain giants, where before there were very few. Boromir's Horn, the bane of the goblins. And why are they attacking the heroes? They're not going to do any serious damage with the rocks. It doesn't even really look like they're doing any damage with their hands and feet either. Oh, Faramir, watch out. Again, running away in aggressive stance. Gotta watch out for that. Is he back? Yep, he's back. Gandalf. And Aragorn, I guess he died too. But he's back. The 2 most expensive heroes, but they have the best abilities. Did she not even one hit a half troll? And wow. And she's attacking them in aggressive stance. Oh my god, what am I seeing? Run away, Owen. I like how her spear throw can't one hit a troll. I know it's upgraded, but it's an upgraded troll and it gets like double resistance against everything with scavenged armor. But still, come on, her spear throw sucks. It's terrible. It's only really useful against Mordor. Maybe, oh, Army of the Dead, where? And right there, oh, ouch. Will the heroes escape? Well, Galadriel will, because she is ridiculously fast. But these guys are really slow. I don't know why they're chasing Galadriel. They're not going to catch her. Actually, I'm pretty sure she does magic damage too, so she can actually murder them, as you can see. Did you see that damage? The one weakness, real weakness of the Army of the Dead, magic. And that was magic damage or attack. I'm not sure if it's entirely magic damage. Well, I don't think that's how it works. It's probably like hero damage or something. I don't know. Actually, does she do magic damage or is it like hero damage? I don't know. But anyway, Earthquake. Earthquake and Demolishers. Are you freaking kidding me? Well, they can work. But so do catapults. And catapults can be used from a distance. They don't have to get really, really close. At a really slow pace. Very effective against the Sundermine, though. Look at that. Bam! 2 hits. Oh, and Galadriel uses her nature's wrath. That kick. That kick. Was that Frodo? Was that Frodo? Did he really just say that while he was flying? Gandalf, I have failed you. While he got kicked into the air by Galadriel. That was awesome. Oh no, watch out for the demolishers. They're a big threat. And oh, what the heck have I been missing here? The Men of the West heroes. No, Theoden. No. Aragorn was too late with his Athelas, but he did heal his other friends. Look at this. Oh, man. This fortress is actually in massive trouble. If Aragorn attacked it, it would go down a lot faster. And I think he's attacking it now, but his Blade Master ran out. Rebuild used just in time, but it's still taking a lot of damage. And these heroes might actually take it out. And get a lot of experience. You get a lot of experience for taking out fortresses. Faramir, don't use aggressive stance. But he does, and he goes down, and the fortress goes down. And what's Gandalf's level? He's still... What? He didn't get any experience? That sucks. I don't think Aragorn got any either. That sucks. I hate it when that happens. I mean, they were in close proximity. You should have counted Spear Throw, which will do nothing. Although, with Eomer's Spear Throw, it did add up to something. He still lived, though. But then it wouldn't really make a lot of sense, would it, for a 1400 hero and a 1200 hero to kill a 5000 hero really easily. But at least Eomer's Spear Throw has decent splash damage. Summon Rohirrim. And seriously, spamming heroes most of the game and wins. Wow. That's interesting. Definitely interesting. Makes me wonder. Again, like, as soon as MauHuR's base was reduced to basically his fortress, we should have already had mountain giants attacking it. That's the way I see things. It would have been a good idea to focus on those giants. Because if he lost his fortress, he wouldn't use his powers, and his powers really turned the game around many times. So always consider that when it comes to taking out fortresses. You're not just taking out his primary means of defending his base. You're taking out his ability to use powers. And he's going to have to waste 5,000 resources to rebuild that. Oh! 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 We finally, Spear Throw kills Drogoth. But he just had no health to begin with. That's the only reason that worked. And oh, Aragorn versus Azog, but he used heal, and Azog has to get the heck out of there. Aragorn has Athos too. Can easily tank damage. And this forward mine is gonna go down. Not Glaurung. Who is he? Sania forced on a defense. Galadriel even took a beating. And there we go. Only 4 heroes now. Did we lose Gandalf? That sucks if we did. This is almost over. Just wow. See, hero spamming should never work. If it does, there's a problem. But I don't think it was so much a balance problem. It was just, I feel like there were ways of countering that. Especially if all the heroes are like over here somewhere and his base just has a fortress up here, right? Just send some giants. At least force those heroes to play defense instead of offense. Even if they take out a bunch of giants. And yeah, this game is basically over. Asba has been defeated. That's it. And Glaurung easily dominates here, but Galadriel still around. Come on, use your terrible fury. I want to see it. I don't think I've seen it yet. Oh, Sam, no. Get out of there, Sam. Oh, wow. He's a brave one. Good effort, but no. Summon Citadel again, and this fortress is screwed. Galadriel might actually... I kind of want to see how she dies in this game. I don't think she's actually going to be killed off by these units, but when they take out all the buildings, she's going to automatically drop dead pretty much. Most of Glaurung's attacks repelled there. And wow, Gloin's... These guys, zealots. And he's dead. But MauHuR's sending his units now. And we have, actually, Sania also summoned Citadel. And it's just a matter of finishing him off. Good use of heroes, though, in this game. I really wish we saw a high-level Gandalf and a high-level Aragorn. I mean, if you're going to be using heroes, you might as well get rid of Theoden and Eomer and Eowyn if you're not going to use cavalry. Because, I mean, Boromir is already high-level, Faramir is high-level. You had leadership. That wasn't a problem. And you'd have had more CP for Gandalf or Aragorn and perhaps some other units. So it's not just mostly spamming heroes. These spear throws, though, do so much. And that's it. And, oh, look at that ending. And then he picks up the ring. Okay, that was a fun game. That really was a fun game. I really do not like the hero spamming, but it was fun to watch. That's for sure. So, yeah, definitely an interesting game between very good players. And I wish I saw Mountain Giants earlier. That would have been a game changer, in my opinion. Just because... he needed to take out the fortress, and I think he tried like 2 or 3 times to take out MauHuR's fortress with just like a few units that just, they weren't going to do a lot. Giants would have done, they would have made a bigger difference, but they needed to come a lot sooner before MauHuR established himself, when put himself in a position where he could defend. Anyway, this is Phoenix, and yeah, expect more commentaries in the future. I'm always looking out for good games, and this was a very interesting one, so... see you guys later.